What's up, ladies and gents? Excalizors here, bringing you some Domination on Summit. And before I get started, there have been some recent events that have been brought to my attention where some clever assholes thought it would be cool to suggest a little something I like to call the Road to Commander to, I don't know, about a couple thousand people, maybe more, tens of thousands. I don't know the numbers, exact numbers, but well, Road to Commander, basically what that is, was a series I did a few years ago where I started a new account, and what did I do? Oh yeah, I've lost my words, but what I did was I started a new account and played from 1 to 55 in Call of Duty 4. And I posted every single game that I played in the time that it took me to get to max level in Call of Duty 4, and posted every single video on YouTube. And basically it's kind of like a live commentary session, except except that it's not just a session, it's every game from 1 to 55, or 1 to 50 in this game, excuse me, however long that would take. And there is a surprising amount of people who want that done. And you know, honestly, I see the comments, but I need the numbers to support, because I see comments for Monday Night Combat and Fallout all the time. I consider those to be quite in the majority. But you compare the numbers between these videos and those, the numbers just don't support it. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll forgive you. I'm not going to say what kind of number I want to see, but if you've been with me long enough, you probably know what it is. So I'll just let you say the bigger the better. That's what she said. It's also what he said, depending on who you are. But anyway, depending on how big the number gets, that will influence my decision on whether or not I will do this thing I call Road to Commander. And yeah, we'll see how that turns out. It's kind of a pickle, because I've kind of distanced myself from the old hermit way of playing that I used to do. Like, I refuse to play with anyone else. And in Black Ops, I play almost all of my games with at least one other person. Never a full party. I did engage in a full party, I guess, a while back, and it reminded me why I don't do that, because I like bashing noobs when I'm the only one doing it, but then you bring in 5 other people on the same team who are bashing the noobs, and it no longer becomes like a game to win. You're not playing to win, you're playing to get the chopper gunner first, because everyone wants to get all the kills, and there's no better way to do that than getting the chopper gunner up in the air, and the rest is history. It's yeah, not too fun. It was a rather bland experience. I did one game. I mean, I didn't do bad. I had some really nice games. I had like a 65 and 6 or something with the M60 on firing range. But I'm too reluctant to post games like that, because the odds are really stacked in my favor. But I do really enjoy playing with at least one other person, especially when they know what they're doing. I have got a good buddy of mine who shall remain nameless. If you want to know who he is, you can do your own goddamn detective work. But usually how it goes is I play with one other guy, and he knows what he's doing. And since I run the UAV counter UAV Blackbird, and he runs Blackbird as well, and once you got Blackbird up, it is not hard to get someone else their Blackbird if they know what they're doing. So I think in this game you'll see that there's just a non-stop barrage of friendly Blackbirds in the air, and it does make things a little easy. But there are times when there'll be like just us two who are doing well, and then the other 4 people are complete downies, which I guess does add to the challenge, but it's still pretty frustrating. But it's not all easy mode as it is running in a full party. And if you're frustrated with shitty teammates, as if you've played enough Call of Duty, I'm sure you are, unless you play free-for-all only. You know, it doesn't really matter, but playing with someone else exponentially increases your chance to win. I don't know what it is about just having one other guy. You know, having one other guy on the same page does help a lot. But, like, there's an instance of this that is really bizarre, I think. When I was playing Battlefield 1943, I pretty much played that game with Dino Riding Jesus. A good friend of mine, you may know him from back in the day if you watched those videos, but he was a guy I played 1943 with, and whenever I played 43, I was playing with him. And by the time, you know, the game died out or we stopped playing it or whatever, I had a 90% win ratio, which is ridiculous. So out of 10 games, I would win 9 of them. And whenever I played by myself a few times, and I have to tell you, it always ended in disaster because it seemed like I would lose almost all of my games. Like for every 5 games I would play, I'd only win once, which is a pretty abysmal win ratio. But you know, whatever it is about playing with someone else who's on the same page, it makes all the difference in the world. So, you know, if you're getting sick of teammates in these team-based objective game modes, I'd recommend looking a friend up to play with, because that will make things a lot easier. And when you have shitty teammates, you have someone to bitch with, which is always fun. But anyway, what else can we talk about here? The Famasshole. I'm getting my Famasshole on. Not a gun I use often, despite what the old combat record says. I think it's my 3rd most used gun, sitting at like 2,100 kills or something below. Or I think it's at number 4. It's below the Spaz 12, which is at a healthy 2,300 or something. And I don't use it that much, but I think what it is like I run out of ammo quite a bit. And the FAMAS is one of those guns you can always count on finding on the ground. It's not in this case. I have to settle for an old Enfield. Not the preferable weapon, but for whatever reason it was, it whipped ass for me. It whipped total. It just laid upon destruction I have never seen. Never mind. It's not that grand, but I don't know what it is. It's like whenever I pick up these guns, it starts to whip ass for me, and I'm like, well, maybe I should try that next round. And then you try it next round, and you go like 20-11, which is a terrible score for my standards. And I'm like, I just don't get it. The guns in this game are very inconsistent, which is why I don't like to use the FAMAS too much, because it is a pretty inconsistent gun. It has a mind of its own. Is why I prefer to use. If I had to use an assault rifle, I'd pick the AK-47 or Commando, but unfortunately you unlock those pretty late into the prestige levels, so those don't get to see very much action. But the FAMAS, I mean, despite its inconsistencies, it is still a beast of a gun. I was too quick to pass judgment on my first live session of the game, because what makes it really ridiculous is that it is one of the fastest shooting guns in the game. It is the fastest shooting gun in the game, unless you put rapid fire on an MPL or what was the other guns, Mac 11s or Caparis, or you know, those other guns. You can put rapid fire on them, increases the fire rate by 20%, I think, or 33%, which boosts up the fire rate to 1250, I think. But that does not really matter, because submachine guns, they lose their damage over a short range, and the FAMAS doesn't. You have to shoot quite a ways off to get a 4-shot kill, and that's what really makes the gun ridiculous, is that it shoots really fast and it has 3-shot kill damage, which is weird, because in previous games you had guns that shot fast, like the M4, which was a 3-shot kill or a 4-shot kill, and then there was your slow shooting guns like the AK-47, which was a 3-shot kill, which is something they've completely abandoned in this game, because I don't know, all assault rifles are a 3-shot kill, and I don't understand it. But that is game. Time sure does fly when you're whipping ass. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. 65-8 with lots of flag caps in defense. So, oh yeah, and be sure to thumbs it up Oh, whoops, I went ahead and spilled the beans on what I wanted. Thumbs it up if you would like a Road to Commander series, and if the number gets big enough, I'll do it. I'm not going to say what number it is. You just have to keep thumbsing it up, and if it gets high enough, I'll do it. Alright, peace out.